Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the first episode of Sarah's Socials, where I'm going to be talking to some of my friends about real life situations. And this is Victor.
Hi guys.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Victor. I've been Sarah's friend since high school.
Yep.
And we both go to UBC.
Yep.
And we're both on co-op right now.
Yep. And today we're going to be talking about job rejections. And we'll go off on tangents, but that's going to be like the main topic.
That's gonna be
today.
spicy. That's gonna be spicy. It's
Yes.
a sensitive topic, but like, man, it's gonna be. There's a lot to talk about.
There's a lot to talk about. Okay, so we have sushi from Bonsai, and you lift it up.
Sarah's weak as fuck.
Oh my god. Okay. This was only $24.
Yeah, this is
Canadian.
CAD. Like for all you international viewers out there, like
That's like $20 US.
Yeah, or
For like 40 rolls.
or like $100 yen, China.
Wait, first of all, can we just talk about how big this California roll is?
Yeah,
I feel like
that's
we're always
massive.
so like used to bonsai sushi because we always get it. But like, okay, normal California rolls are like
They're like tiny.
this small, like this small.
It's like we have an abundance of crab meat. It's basically a company that does contracting for the government.
Mm-hmm.
Their scope is pretty diverse. It's not really centered around like certain aspects. Like they do aerospace, they do like transportation, and they do avionics, and they do sort of stuff like that.
So you're an engineering intern?
Yes, I'm an engineering engineer.
Okay.
Yep.
So then you're currently on like a 8-month internship with the company, and you started in like September.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
same as me. And then you're looking for like a summer internship. And what happened, Victor?
Damn. Straight to the spice. Okay. So I've been trying to get a summer internship for like the past 3 years, and every time I tried, I've never been successful once. It's just that this time it just sucked even more that I couldn't get it because I was actually offered a position in Toronto this summer by the same company from the director, which I'm pretty close with. And turns out there was a bit of miscommunication on what the sort of team from Toronto actually wanted, because apparently the director told them that, we're looking to hire an intern, but apparently the team in Toronto expected a junior engineer, like a new grad. But there was a bit of miscommunication on that side. And since it was the director, he made it sound like it was a really sure thing.
Yeah.
So I was like
he called you and he said you got the job.
So he gave me a call one day, and he said, "Hey, Victor, everything's set in stone. The offer's there, the job's there. I want you to know that everything is ready, and I'm just waiting for your okay. So as long as you give me the okay, I'll pull the trigger, and we can make this happen." So made it sound like it was a really sure thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, hell yeah. Like, I want to go to Toronto in the summer. I'm excited. So I said, sign me up. So I thought that was the end of it, right? And then after that, I thought it was like, oh, give me the paperwork and everything, because that's how I got hired in the beginning. Next day, however, he called me and he said, wait a minute, everything's fine. Everything's cool now, except I want you to talk with your new manager just to like hash some stuff out. Like he just wants to make sure if you're a right fit. I'm like, time out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't you say that everything was okay and like set in stone? Like now that I look back, it's like, you know what? It was kind of stupid of me to believe in such a sort of verbal agreement. But coming from the director of engineering, I feel like it sort of made me feel that it was a sure thing, like I said before. But it just kind of sucks, right? Now that I think about it, like, look back at it.
But then the problem there was that the director and then the people there in Toronto had miscommunication.
But anyway, I talked to the manager, and it turns out that he said he was looking for someone junior, and I was like, I'm an intern, and he was like, and I told him that the director told me that you guys were looking for an intern. He was like, no, we're looking for a junior engineer. So he asked me a bunch of questions, technical questions. It's a new experience. It's something new, and I was like, yeah, I'm interested. But unfortunately, they asked a bunch of questions that really didn't. I really had no idea about.
I mean, you're not like cybersecurity IT. You learn like electrical engineering.
Yeah,
that's your major.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, well, it's a new experience, and I just remember him asking me those questions. I just didn't really know how to respond, and then.
So was it like an interview, kind of like a mini interview?
Kind of like a mini interview, kind of. I was completely caught off guard.
But do you think like in his mind at that time he just already like wrote you off, like he didn't really want to hire you?
No, he didn't actually. He wanted to give me a chance.
Okay.
Because he knew that there was some sort of miscommunication. I knew he felt kind of bad, but I guess it was just because I was just really underqualified.
Okay.
Because I never had exposure to that sort of thing. So I was rejected.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's that. I was pretty sad about it, really bummed out, because I told a lot of people I knew in Toronto I was coming back. Shout out Becky Shum. Sorry, Becky.
Plans fell through.
My bad. One of my friends, I told her that I was coming, and she was really excited. And I baited her pretty hard because I was like, look for housing for me. And she was really excited. She started sending me housing every day.
Yeah.
And then there was this one day that I got rejected. I just sent a message. I was like, yo, Toronto's not happening. And I didn't really give an explanation. And she was like, why? And I was like, oh, like it fell through. And sorry, Becky. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's just part of it though. I mean, just getting rejected is fine. It's just that this time it hurt a little bit more because it felt like I was that much closer.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So do you want to like talk a little bit about like your previous job? So you've been hired. I mean, you were looking for like summer internships for 3 years now, and then I've also been looking for summer internships for like 3 years, and like when you always receive like those rejection emails, like. You know the ones like
listen,
5 times a day.
when you open like your email inbox and you see like Dear Victor or Dear Sarah, thank you, and it starts with thank you. What's the other opening? Like what's the thing? There's like thank you. Your interest in
Thank you for your interest.
Thank you for your interest
in this whatever.
We are so happy and like that so many people applied for our position. But unfortunately,
but unfortunately,
you're a piece of shit. Sorry, like I mean, it is what it is, and like those emails hurt. I know. And
Like, and it's just like get to the point.
True. So, like just no, straight up.
Just say like. Don't say thank you because maybe that brings your hope up a little bit.
Exactly.
But then I'm just scanning like the paragraph because it's always like a long paragraph before they say like unfortunately, right?
That's how they get you to keep reading.
Yeah.
It's just like did I get it? And you're just like thank you, blah, 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 blah. And then you see the unfortunately. And you're just like man.
Yeah.
I know though. You've gotten your fair share of those.
Yeah. So like my first time looking for internships, it was for a summer internship and I applied like so many. I would apply to at least like 10 a day and you get so many rejection emails and then you interview at so many places and you still get rejected and you just feel like how do you say it? Like
it dejects you, right? Like,
yeah, like you're not motivated and it's like the opposite of that. And you feel like you're not good enough or like you're not as good as the other people that are all around you are like getting hired like left and right. And then
yeah, definitely.
And then I finally got an internship. It was the credit card selling one.
Oh yeah, that was okay.
So when I finally got an internship, I thought it was gonna be like pretty cool. Like the office had like exposed brick walls and whatever. And then during like the interview, they said like I'd be doing marketing stuff. But then it turned out I would be selling Canadian Tire credit cards in physical store locations, and my pay was based off of 100% commission. So my pay was rough. My pay was you get like $20 per credit card you sell.
So there's not really a base wage. There's not really like
you don't get guaranteed like a wage. However many credit cards you sell, like if you don't sell any credit cards that day, you get zero pay. And it's like,
that sucks.
I did sales when I was working for like customer service at TD, and it was a lot better than working for like that one credit card company, because it was like, if you don't believe in the credit card that you're selling, people can see through your like BS, and they can like, I mean, credit cards are also like, some people will think it's like a scam if you're like standing in a store trying to sell people credit cards.
Yeah,
I really hated it, and it's like, it sucks when you try so hard to look for an internship and you finally get one, and then it was like, it was so bad.
I feel like that's majority of the internships though. It's just like,
Yeah, you really have to like filter through the bullshit ones.
exactly, they sell you hard. That's how they get you to like apply and everything. But
Yeah.
in reality, you have to know that like you're just an intern. Like that's the harsh reality. Like there's some stuff that you're not gonna like doing at all, and you're gonna realize that it's like not part of the job description, but it's just the reality. It's just like you're an intern, so
Yeah.
you're just gonna have
So
to do
like,
it.
how do you deal with the job rejection?
You know, I'm not gonna lie, it's not easy. Like sometimes when you just get 4 or 5 of those rejection emails at the same time, it's just like, man, you're like,
You once woke up to like 5
oh yeah.
emails.
Oh, I once applied for a job in like California or something at like 12 o'clock at midnight. I got a rejection the next day at 6 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did they even read it?
I was like, y'all, you guys weren't even open. like if you're I mean, unless your HR was in like fucking Europe or something. I don't know. Maybe that was the case.
Yeah, but California's the same time zone as Vancouver.
Exactly. So I was like, y'all asleep. Like,
it's like the bot that's automatically rejecting
probably,
you.
yeah, they have like automated systems and everything. But how I deal with it, it's just you just have to forge forward, you know. You just have to understand the circumstances that are like put against you, because summer placements are when everybody wants to get placements. So obviously
true.
you're going to be competing with a lot of other
Yeah.
people. And you know, things aren't going to go your way. You just have to play your odds. You just have to keep going. Like you can't just lament on one rejection and just like, you know, just stop applying because you got rejected. You know, you just got to continue playing your odds.
Yeah.
And
So your advice to like other people if they're dealing with job rejection is just to keep moving
applying.
forward.
Just keep applying. Honestly, like you'll like if it's go seek help. Like go to the co-op office. Go send your resumes off to people. Like I feel a lot of people now, it's just like they're really scared to have their resumes and cover letters reviewed by other people.
That's
They
true.
don't want to get ripped apart, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And you just my advice to them is just, you know, you just have to look past that. You just have to look at every sort of thing as like a criticism or like a constructive criticism. Like you can't take it personally. Like it's just you have to, so there's sometimes where you have to look at yourself too. Like you can't really just blame other people.
Yeah.
You have to really look at yourself and say, maybe it's something about me. Maybe it's something that I'm missing. Maybe it's something that I'm not putting in my cover letter. I'm not putting in my resume. That's not really capturing the attention of other employers. How would you deal with like how did you deal with like rejection? Because I know you had a pretty difficult time before you found this the BC lottery job.
Okay, so I think like for me, before like I guess the first round of internships, the one where I got like that crappy credit card job, it was really bad. Like I feel like you're almost in like a wave of like sadness like the entire time. Like every single day is just like, and also I think especially in business schools, like everyone in business school, like they're always competing against each other, and I think that's like why people usually don't like business students, because you're always like have like that business student like snake vibes or like and then it's just like everyone is like competing against each other, and like, oh, I got a summer internship at like Deloitte, and like, oh, I'm like, you know, I'm at Goldman Sachs now, and then it's just like they have like their own bar, like invisible bar of success, and you feel like you have to live up to that or else you're not successful, right?
Yeah, there's
and
that
then,
gold standard essentially.
Yeah, and then it's like really prevalent, especially in business schools, since business schools are a lot smaller and you kind of like know everyone or like know of everyone. And so the first time it was pretty hard, but I think you just have to like you said, just have to learn, move past whatever's going on, and you have to keep on trucking forward. And you really, I think getting advice and on like getting your cover letter and resume edited is like actually a really big help, because a lot of times you don't realize like what's wrong with your thing, right? I mean, like if you're not getting interviews because of your resume or cover letter, there must be something wrong. You can't just keep on doing the same thing, right? You have to change it up if you're not getting that one thing.
Exactly. It's important to keep forging forward.
Yeah.
But it's also important to not blindly forge forward.
Yeah.
Like you have to know exactly like
what's going on. Because if you're not getting something, that means there is something wrong, right?
There is something wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, in my first, like the first year I applied, my first summer, I was pretty scared.
That was the one before the solder job.
Yep. I was really, really scared about handing in my resume to other people, and like I had great people that were willing to look at my resume and everything, but it's just the fear that I didn't want to be judged, and I just didn't really want other people to look at my qualifications and sort of undermine me in a way. But you know, when I didn't really get anything for the entire summer, I sort of had to like look back. I was pretty pissed, like honestly, like I was really mad. I was at the time, but
at yourself or just like?
No, I was pretty pissed at like companies. Like I thought it was because like
it's like it's their fault.
It's their fault, yeah. But then the thing is it's in reality, of course, it's my own fault. Sometimes luck plays a part in this. You never know, but like a majority, like most of it is just your fault. And I really took that time to just open myself up to like open my sort of resume and cover letter to other people.
Yeah.
And I really, really tried to let them sort of judge it, and I really, really, really tried to take that criticism and make it better, make my cover letters better.
Which is good.
Yeah, which is good.
And then you got something.
And I did. People succeed at different paces.
Right.
It's not, you don't exactly have to follow the path of other people in order to be successful. Everybody has their own road to success.
Yeah.
And everybody has their own definition of what success is. And I don't really think that following other people's paths will necessarily mean that you'll be happy with what you've accomplished.
Yeah. And then especially for me, like a few months ago, I was like doing some intense self-reflecting. Like, you know about this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. And then like, I really had to think about whether or not I was following this one life path because I wanted to do it or because other people were doing it and everyone else was doing it, and that's why I wanted to do it too. You're not doing badly because
other people are doing well.
Other people are doing differently than you are.
Exactly.
Yeah. First of all, it took you a little bit to get over the first thing that happened.
Oh yeah, that was it was emotionally tolling.
Yeah.
I think Sarah knows. Like I was pretty bummed out. I was like,
I've never seen Victor like that before.
Like damn. I mean, it sucks, right? Just being so close to something, and then all of a sudden, just like you can just taste it. You can just grab it, and then they're like, nope. JK. Psych. Yeah. Tell me, actually, Sarah. I want to know. Tell me why you started this YouTube channel. Like.
The YouTube channel?
Yeah, the YouTube channel. What inspired you to do that?
Okay, so like I said before, like I was really self-reflecting on what I wanted to do and what kind of lifestyle I wanted to lead. Like I think working at like my current internship, not because like the company is bad or not because I don't like my coworkers, but it was just really like I had to really think about if I wanted to work in like this kind of office job all the time, like working for a product that I'm not really passionate about. Like the product is good, but it's just not something that I am very interested in, right? And then it kind of like drains you every day if you're like doing something
that you don't want to do.
That you're doing something that you're not passionate about, or you're doing something that like you can't see yourself doing for like the rest of your life, basically. So I wanted to like think about what kind of lifestyle I wanted to have like in the future, and like what kind of things I wanted to accomplish before I die. And
that's depressing.
Before your jelly beans run out. Have you watched the jelly bean video?
No.
It's like, so there's this one guy and he puts each jelly bean represents like a day in your life, and he puts it all out like on the floor, and he like would take away like however many jelly beans that represented like the amount of time you sleep for, and it took out like however many times you're like eating and drinking, and however many times you're like out of 8 hour like 9 to 5 office job, and you only have like this many jelly beans left, which is like what you have to do with your free time. And you really have to think about like
how you want to manage those jelly beans.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Is there any way to like not like, can you add jelly beans to it? Like it's just
sleep less, eat less.
Oh. so it's just
work less hours, basically. Yeah. So you when you like see the small amount of jelly beans left compared to all the jelly beans that you had, it's like very eye-opening.
So you just,
and you really like see like, I don't have much time to do the things that I really want to do. Like there's this one question that I've gotten asked before, like if you were to die, like if you know that you were going to die in 1 year, would you change anything about the way that you're living right now?
Damn.
Yeah, so
well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, you would, right? Like everyone would. And then like, would you say that if you were gonna die like tomorrow, would you regret not living your life like differently? And like starting a YouTube channel has been like something that I've always toyed like with the idea of for like a few years now, but I've always kind of been scared of doing it. And Victor has been very helpful in like encouraging me and saying like, you don't have to think about other people's opinions and stuff. He always said that to me. And I just, after I really did that self-reflecting, I was like, I just have to do it. And there's like nothing else. Like you just have to start it. And starting something is better than not doing anything at all. And then regretting it.
I mean, you have a limited amount of jelly beans anyway.
Exactly.
Like, you're not gonna let other people take your jelly beans. You're not gonna let any people like judge your jelly beans. I mean, like it's your jelly beans, bro.
It's
like,
my jelly beans.
They're your fucking jelly beans.
Yeah.
You do whatever the fuck you want to do with those jelly beans.
Yeah.
All right. So like, you should just shut out everybody else and just do what you want to do. Because I feel like in this world, there's gonna be people like, no matter what you do, there's gonna be people that look at you and sort of judge you in a way that like, you know, that you're inadequate or you're not good enough. And you know, if you're gonna be judged anyway, why not just be judged doing something you love, doing something that you're passionate about?
Thanks, Victor, for coming on the first episode of Sarah's Socials.
Thanks for having me.
Yay!
Yay!
If you guys like this video, please subscribe down below and let us know about your experience with job rejection, graduation, anything else that we've talked about before, or even just to say hi. I would love to read them all, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!
Oh, fuck.